Maybe this will be the start of the episode. I want to die. No, I think it's a COVID thing, honestly, a little bit. That feeling of being like, now that there's like you can get out into the world and people are trying to find things to do, that you feel a little overwhelmed by it. I feel like that's me a little bit, because I went from all of COVID being like, oh my God, I miss everybody, and I have to adapt to just like being by myself for months at a time. And that was my experience in New York, was just several months of being by myself, save for the occasional visit from my roommate Jim at the time. Jim, friend of the podcast, Jim. And so after a while, I got really used to like spending my time alone and like just kind of hanging out. And then very recently, I got a job, and suddenly everybody else was vaccinated, and suddenly everybody wants to do something. And I was like, holy shit, now I have no time to myself. And I'm trying to make that adjustment back into being around a ton of people all the time, from having just been by myself and my own thoughts. And like kind of somewhat filterless expression as well, because the internet gives you that anonymity and allows you to kind of freely express. And now I'm sitting here asking myself, what would happen if someone at my work found this podcast? And what would that mean for me? Probably nothing good.
I think it would mean very little. I mean, I don't want to like blow up your spot with where you're working.
Oh, no, I won't mention them, but
I mean, we will say it's in food, so I don't think they're going to give a shit. They're like, you could be a literal Nazi. We don't care. Do you keep the fries nice and warm?
I mean, yeah, as long as the people are fine on the other end, have a nice, pure day.
Yeah. Like, say the 14 words.
Thank you?
Oh, God. They just write an 88 on the slip. All the hidden iconography. It's wild, dude. Like, David Pasternak from the Bruins is number 88. But that's like Nazi code for Heil Hitler, apparently.
Oh,
Eighth
God.
letter of the alphabet. So anyone that wears an 88 is automatically like categorized as a Nazi.
Great, so just take the number out and you can just forget it. Like, I've been 88 my whole life. Well, that's problematic.
You turned 88 years old, you fucking Nazi.
Yeah, uh-oh. Don't worry, I don't plan on living that long.
God, let's hope not. Me or you. The world will miss me. The world cannot afford to keep you around.
No, it really.
You are a threatening dissident.
I'm a time bomb. I'm just like one of those, I had a bad day and everyone in this supermarket shall die.
I'm going to make the Unabomber look like a pissy toddler at Toys R Us.
This episode's sponsored by the FBI. The FBI, having an intern listen to this since, I don't know, episode 104.
He decides he's like, or her, could be a girl working at the FBI, but she secretly decides like, I'm really into these guys. I got to protect their secret.
She's just sitting there burning her hand with a Bic lighter.
She just starts attacking federal buildings for us.
Yeah.
I did it for you guys so you'd think I was cool.
I understood the message that was every other word of every third podcast.
Oh, I thought you guys would be hotter in person.
Oh, no.
I'm so ashamed.
Recants in prison.
Yep.
That sounds nice.
That's kind of cool.
It's our little Manson family.
Inspire a little devotion.
Listen, I'm not telling you to read between the lines of this podcast, but if you're out of those people who feels like taking acid every now and then and listening to a podcast, I'm so thankful you chose this one, and also why.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
You'll get through this. This will be fun for you.
I wonder how everyone did during our hiatus.
I didn't hear anything. Did you?
No.
Did anybody chime in and go like, wow?
Life for me became a big damn hurry. So I have not been paying attention to shit. I was already a bad texter before, but now, holy fuck.
I feel like maybe it's time for a reinvention on the show. Do you think? Like, we had 2 weeks off. Should we serve them something different?
Just do like a PBS broadcast?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll be the cool guy on the podcast. You know what I mean?
I don't think you can pull that off.
Well, let's find out.
All right.
So anyway, Rory.
Yeah.
Ask me how many chicks I've fucked.
Yeah. All right, I'll play it. How many?
That's confidential.
Oh, no.
But it's a lot.
What were you up to this weekend?
What do you think I was up to, bro?
Yeah, just hanging out.
I was chasing snatch all over God's green earth.
What were you drinking?
Straight bootleg liquor.
See, fell right apart.
That's what cool guys do.
Put you on the spot.
They moonshine.
No,
Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Hanging out all weekend drinking Mike's Hard Lemonades with my bros out back, playing cornhole.
Shirtless.
I have nothing against cornhole, but I feel like a lot of bro culture also revolves around drinking lawn games.
Yeah, which, to be fair, we participate in a fair amount of during the summer. We just don't do it shirtless. We make it a point to be like, that's taking it an extra step.
I don't get real jacked up when I hit the cup off the little stick with the Frisbee. Wow, bro, you didn't catch that shit. Drink your fucking beer.
Oh, fucking yeah, pound it.
Yeah, exactly.
We should start doing that.
I've never got that. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was in college, I kind of got with the sort of, let's break it down, like that peer pressure culture. Drink as much as me, like that.
It's not peer pressure. It's just your turn.
Yeah, you're not keeping up, that kind of thing. You've been nursing that beer, bro. And you kind of get that, but as you get older, I sit there and was like, I just don't care. I just want to drink at my own pace. I never got that whole let's all get around and just smash these things down until Todd is over there puking in the reeds.
Well, it's departure from reality.
I guess.
You know what I mean? I was very far away for that one.
Mm.
But I mean,
I see you're giving us bro culture. I'm trying to give us PBS.
Oh,
a retrospective.
That's right. Wait. Oh yeah. Let me answer the question. Let me give context as a cool guy. You know what, bro? I think you're fucking gay.
Yeah. Great. And it is 2100 hours. Up next, a man playing flugelhorn for 20 minutes with no backing. Yeah.
Cool guys also like flugelhorn. I installed one in my Camaro.
That'd be the worst thing ever.
Camaro.
Maybe that'd be awesome though. If more people had horns that were like. I'd probably get that car. One day, someone's going to invent the cheap. Maybe that's what we should do. I bet you someone out there is already working on being like, there's a way to make it so that we can modify any car to have any horn song they want.
I feel like that's a very dangerous thing to do.
Yes.
The uniform honk has served us all very well as we crash into bumpers.
Someone's going to invent that, make at least $100 million in the first month. And then in the following months, become the most hated person in the country.
It would be kind of like the K-Cup person is like the Oppenheimer of trash.
Yeah.
Realize oh my God, my pods are just
what have I done?
Devastating an ecosystem.
Made out of that unrecyclable, shitty plastic.
Jesus.
Everyone always thinks recycling. They're like, I'm doing good. No, we're just shipping that off to other countries where they burn it for the copper.
Listen, who is so fucking lazy that they need a pre-prepared pod? Brew a fucking pot the night before. You can, if you live alone, you'll be drinking that for 2 days. You go, I don't want to drink cold coffee. Yeah. Fuck you. It's not that bad.
Then just do it in the morning.
It's my official cool guy position. You drink day-old coffee.
If coffee is so important to you, invest in the way that works best for you, right? But I get the convenience of the K-Cup, but you also have to realize the fucking shit you're doing.
Yeah, you're just a monster.
Yeah,
if you use a K-Cup, you're a monster. Now, I used 9 when I was down visiting my sister, but I did it under protest.
No, and we all know you're a monster, so it works.
I never said I wasn't. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to help other people. I guide other people to a treasure I can never possess.
It's just a chalupa.
If you can grab this. But first you have to kill one of each other.
You already grabbed it.
Yeah, oh shit.
It's closer than I thought.
It's not so bad. Also, you're going to get really bad diarrhea from that. I'm sorry, what? Look at his fingers.
Just shits through the space-time continuum. Before he arrives on the platform, his diarrhea does.
The other guy has to dig through his poo for the soul gem.
Infinitely better movie.
Yeah, see? We could have written Infinity War.
I know what'll make you feel better, Rory.
What?
Rory. I sat in gum.
No.
Can you imagine?
I'd be really mad because you're sitting on my carpet right now and just be like, well, that's something I have to deal with.
Yeah, my colossal testicles.
Mm-hmm.
For people who didn't know what that was a reference to, you see your testicles are the gum.
I was waiting for you to be like, how are you going to explain this?
First of all, you want to make sure you mash your scrotum into a nice creative mound.
Remember, if you don't have the kind of testicles that look like gum, you don't want to try this one.
If you have very tight balls, say it's a kiwi.
Yep. Different strokes for different folks.
I guess so.
It's a wonderful cornucopia of balls out there for those who don't know. And I, for one, hate all of them.
That would actually be a cool guy thing for us to start. Normalize ball culture.
Yeah.
All men start walking around in Lycra riding shorts with their fucking testicles hanging out.
I was going to say, yeah, there's just a little spot for them. Or some people go the different way. Like, I'm technically wearing pants, but they're like clear. There's like a little plastic shield that you can see.
A little plastic like codpiece over the crotch built into the pants.
Exactly.
That would be great.
We can get this going in Europe immediately.
It may already be happening. We might be too late.
We're probably way behind that. Just Italian beaches are just full of this right now. We don't even know. Just cut to one right now.
Clear banana hammocks.
Clear banana hammocks as far as the eye can see.
I mean,
and nobody wants to see any of it.
Well, too bad. We are reclaiming the ball movement.
Just
ridiculous. It's
ridiculous.
ball pride.
Those fascist Italian police don't know what to do with themselves. Like, there's not enough of us.
If you can beat them, join them.
Turns out we're back in the 40s.
It's just Mussolini.
Mussolini.
Mussolini's giving speeches on the balcony with see-through fucking pants.
Yep. If somebody is good with Photoshop and they want to do something like that, you have permission from us.
Now that is a leader. Those are a leader's testicles.
He got hung in the square, right? Him and his wife. That's what happened.
Upside down, coincidentally, I think naked.
Yep. They hung him dead in the square.
It's better than what happened to Gaddafi. They sodomized him with a knife.
Yeah, they killed him with a knife up the butt.
That's hardcore.
I'm gonna say I saw that video.
Yep.
Yep.
I saw that, and I saw them hanging Saddam Hussein.
I saw the video of them hanging Saddam Hussein as well.
Not proud, but
no. It was one of those things that at the time you thought was culturally significant to witness. And don't be wrong, part of me was like, I don't regret seeing it. If we're getting real here for a second.
Oh wow, take it to me.
I don't really regret seeing it. It's one of those things like if we're gonna do it, then you should watch. You know, if it was the sort of thing you supported, and I still at this point not sure if I do or don't. You know, but at the time I understood why, and now knowing the context of it, I'm like, wow, we're fucking terrible. But also he wasn't a great guy either. So
well, you're right. We're terrible, and we're humans.
Yeah,
this is just like everybody does this.
We're horrible. Well, it's just you look at the provocation that led up to the war in Iraq, and it's like we don't need to go down.
Let's do a 9/11 special impromptu. You want it?
Just a retrospective.
Was it an inside job? Let's take a closer look.
Well, I mean, obviously there were some things going on that didn't make a lot of sense when you look at the way that the United States Air Force was running a lot of I don't know what they're called. It's like mission drills, you know, like hypotheticals, war games, if you will, along the southern states. That was on the same day as 9/11, where the scenario that they were running was the same attack that was happening to them in New York. So that's, I mean, don't be wrong. Sometimes lightning strikes in the craziest place, and it's just that somehow on that day, that strange happenstance happened to occur. You know what I mean? But it's sort of strange credulity a little bit, in the sense of being like, when you contact, you know, when you contact NATO and they're like, or not NATO, not NATO. What's the name of our NORAD?
NORAD is the missile thing,
and they, you know, and the word starts to go around, and they're like, "Is this real? What is this actually happening?" They're like, "Yes, this is real," because they're running this fake scenario to address the issue, and then they get the call that shit's going down. So, kind of strange.
Yeah, it's one of those weird conspiracy things, I guess.
Well,
just like Scrooge McDuck was on the manifest for Jeffrey Epstein's plane.
Yep.
Did you know that?
Oh, watch out. Scrooge McDuck, he knows what happened at Tower 7.
Did I ruin your day, everybody? Did I ruin your childhood? Well, cool guys don't care about your feelings.
How did Scrooge McDuck dive into that pile of coins? That's what I want to know.
That's the real
you
talk about strained credulity.
Yeah, you want to talk about things that don't make sense, America? We're going to go ahead and talk about the Scrooge McDuck theory, all right? He secretly had the power of the Mind Stone to become porous.
Goddamn. I'm so sick of Marvel. You're the fucking devil.
He was the original Vision. He had it in a little pocket. He wasn't touching it directly, which is why it didn't burst into flames or anything crazy. Well, maybe that was just the Power Stone. I don't know. All I know is that before the Mind Stone was wherever it was when they found it in the Marvel Universe, Scrooge McDuck.
I think it's
show me evidence to the contrary.
I think it's the Reality Stone that allows you to become malleable.
No, the Mind Stone.
Now the Mind Stone turns you into a fucking zombie.
No, the Mind Stone was what was put into Vision's forehead.
Yes.
Yes, and he had the ability to
But
to change his density, which is what allowed him
that's
to, like,
him specifically. The stone overall doesn't allow you to do that.
Oh, I could have sworn that was a thing that he gained control of his body over because of the Mind Stone.
Well, I can't believe
we're talking about the semantic. These are the questions people want asked. We've been gone for 2 weeks, and they need this. This is what they're here for.
You know what's sad is you're right. You're absolutely correct.
They're here to watch us bicker over stupid fucking nonsense issues.
Can you imagine?
They're like, thank God they're not talking about 9/11 anymore. Now we're talking about Scrooge McDuck and the Mind Stone and whether or not it would have allowed him to become porous enough to slide through.
Do you
his
mean
mountain of
porous
corn.
or intangible?
Whoa. I guess porous isn't the right word. You're right.
If he turns porous, he's a sponge.
Yeah,
That
he's got a
doesn't
bunch
do
of
lot of
holes in him.
good.
But okay, less dense.
Yeah, it's intangible, like Kitty Pryde. He can just phase through shit.
Phasing. Sure, that's a better word.
There you go.
I don't know if it was necessarily. It was that he spread his his atomic structure out so much that he would slide through other objects.
Yeah, intangibility.
And then he become heavily dense
Correct.
again and hold on to them.
Sometimes he gets stuck in the floor.
Or become it looked like it would hurt to punch him because he was like, it doesn't seem to bother me because he's probably super dense, you know.
Yeah. He sure seemed to be in a lot of pain when he got blowed up that one movie.
Yeah. So sometimes he seems really strong. The other times he's kind of a bitch.
It would have been hilarious if they made Vision more like Data from Star Trek.
That would have been awesome. Maybe that's what he was going for.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah.
He just he's too literal, like humor goes over his head. I guess you're already doing that with Drax the Destroyer. Oh my God, why are we still talking about this?
I'm liking the parallel you got. That's good though. All right, what do you want to talk about instead? What else you got?
Here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
More than one person has approached me and been like, "Do you know what the appeal of the show is?
Okay. What?
How Rory's just this wide-eyed cynic, and you lead him down paths he doesn't want to go and just make him horribly uncomfortable."
Which is funny because I feel like I led you down this way.
That's what's happening here. The dynamic is completely flipped.
What's what you wanted?
Do you feel this helpless every time I do this to you?
Yes.
It's awful.
Good. Feel it.
I'm not apologizing,
Feel it.
but
Embrace it in your heart. Let it corrupt you.
help! I'm trapped in the Black Lodge. Oh my God! I'm sorry. What did you ask before
Its
that?
branches will wrap its way around your heart.
No.
Yeah, no, I lost my place. We were talking about Scrooge McDuck.
I got a
and
question
the
for you.
mindset. Yeah, go ahead.
Praying in restaurants, for or against?
I just want every now and then to just when there's kids in the, I'm waiting tables right now, and I just want every now and then just be like, oh, hello there, young lad. How you doing? Do you know how many pieces of silver Judah was given to betray Christ? I'll be right back with the answer and your drinks, and just fucking act like a crazy person. We've been told we can't do accents, or obviously if anyone heard me I'd be fired instantly. But there's times when I want to definitely do crazy crap like that and make people believe that I'm 100% someone that I'm not. But it's also, I don't want to get fired.
Well, drip it in slowly and subtly. You know what I mean? You don't have to do a big crazy accent. You just have to it's like the Nazi thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Don't be a Nazi.
Yeah, I don't think that would go over too well.
But you could be a guy who's you could be a werewolf. That'd be really funny.
Oh no. Is it a full moon tonight?
Oh.
I'd have to get a lot the hair replacement.
Scratching behind your ears. You come back with more prosthetics glued on every
Listen,
time.
if I could do that and they were okay with it, the evening was interesting.
We're weighted on by a lycanthrope.
We got our apps well enough, and then suddenly the man came out and full werewolf regalia.
He humped my aunt.
It was very impressive. He had ripped his shirt, and the hair was protruding from everywhere, and his pants were torn, and it almost had looked as though he had gained muscle mass. And boy, if it wasn't the best, capellini pasta I'd ever had as well. But also there was hair in it, 4 out of 5. Would dine again, but not with the werewolf as my waiter.
There's really something about, a nice fresh chopped salad and watching a werewolf scream in pain.
Yeah.
It really enhanced the dining experience.
All right, let me get you that Diet Pepsi. And just run off.
Just like your spine is contorting and shit.
Oh.
Not now.
Yep.
Not now.
Not again. I would love to get let's get the Jim Henson people in there.
It's just the American Werewolf in London. You're just painfully transforming.
Yeah. Get all the best prosthetics from cinema in on it. She'd be like, I need something that makes it look like my back explodes suddenly from my spine changing. Ooh, we can do that. Well, it's only and you're just like doing 8-year-old twin girls at the table. They're screaming. They knock over their pasta.
You just start eating it off the floor.
Yeah, I would die happy.
How would you rate the service? How was the steak?
Just, oh, fantastic. Let me get you some more A1, sir. And just run off.
Come back with it in your teeth.
Knock over one of the other servers. Just crush them. Or do like the Hulk. That would also be fun.
Being a Hulk would be a good one. That'd be a good gimmick.
Especially if we could get Lou Ferrigno in on it and have him come out. Oh, no, it's happening again. And then he runs out. He's still wearing the purple pants.
Yeah.
I was wearing all black, but I'd like them to think that if they thought about it later, I was wearing the sweatpants underneath because I know that they expand well. I was sweating to death, but it was for them.
Anything for the bit.
Yeah.
Anything for the bit.
Oh, because that 80-year-old guy with dementia was just a little too hard on me about how long it took me to get his Tanqueray and tonic to his table. And I was just like, oh, you're right, sir.
What am I supposed to say to you?
Yeah.
I should crush you.
Oh, no. And I have to run off. I've been set off by an understandable inconvenience.
Well, that's bleak.
Yeah, it is very bleak. You know, that's
You paint such a vivid picture of your life.
no one's ever come up to me like, you know what I like about the show? Your absolute depressed cynicism.
Your sunny outlook on life.
Everything seems like it's not going to be okay for you, and you have no impression that it ever will be, and you've almost resigned yourself to the fact. And, oh, so good you get it, is what I would say to that.
Yes. You know what would make you feel better? And it's not I sat and gum.
I
won't do that twice.
I don't go on. What?
I think you should get a tattoo.
Of what? I've often thought about getting a tattoo.
What would you get?
That's my point. I don't know what I would get as a tattoo. Again, I feel like because of my ridiculously pale skin, I would make an excellent canvas for a tattoo artist.
Oh my God, paperwhite.
Yeah. So, thanks.
It's beautiful.
So I assume I would be a good person to have tattoos on because they'd be so bright, vibrant. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of really weird, bad tattoos.
Well, don't get a weird, bad one.
I mean, there's a lot of because like when I grew up, I went to like a lot of punk shows and like I saw like I would go hang out with my cousin sometimes, and he like worked and would like go to CT ska scene and like where I was out in Connecticut a lot, and they had some stories and they had pictures of people with crazy tattoos. Like again, there was a guy who had the Shitler, which was a piece of poop dressed up as Hitler. Don't get it. But there was one.
Yep, he's an elementary school teacher now.
Yeah, exactly. There was one that was the dick cannon. That's pretty impressive, where the wheels are balls and the penis is the cannon. So actually, very good detail. Like not photorealistic, more like a cartoony penis.
Okay, that guy's a child therapist. Yep.
And then there was the elephant sucking its dick with its trunk.
Senator.
Yes. So I've seen some weird ones, but like myself, I'm like, what would I get and where would I get it? You know? Something like I got my family across my back, so I always knew where I came from.
That's a waste of money.
I got I got mom on the heart. There's an eagle down below it, and these colors don't run. I don't know what I would get.
You haven't even you don't have to know definitively that's the one, but if you thought
Bitcoin, just fucking. No, I have nothing that I want tattooed on my body forever.
Nothing you even briefly thought about.
Zelda. No.
Yeah, there you go. Get the Triforce.
Yeah, get like the Triforce on my butthole.
You probably could get Bitcoin if you were like, I'll get the Bitcoin symbol tattooed on my ass cheek if you pay me in Bitcoin to do it.
I mean, yeah, but see, that makes no sense because who's going to pay me to do I mean, I guess I could probably get a pool online very, very quickly.
Yeah, you're just whoring yourself out.
Listen, if you guys give me 10 grand in Bitcoin, I'll put the video of me. But I guess I'd have probably be more important. They'd be like, this douchebag? No, fuck him. That's too much money.
No, but you're willing to debase yourself for coin. Yeah. That's all that matters.
That's true.
You know, who do you when
you've given me a lot to think about.
When the elites want to kidnap a child and drink its blood to stay young forever, do you think they do a celebrity's child? No,
maybe sometimes
they go to Idaho.
Follow-up question: how rich are we talking? Because there's someone out there like, I shall one day have one of Angelina Jolie's children for my ritual, and yeah, that's disturbing.
I mean, that's all I'm saying is there needs to be some kind of bellwether.
I don't know. I just, again, it all comes back. I don't be wrong. I think you've made a great point with the idea that I can debase myself for money on the internet. And I'm going to have to look into that more. But for now, I have to go back to the greater idea of what I would have tattooed on me.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't even get like Daffy Duck pushing a lawnmower through your pubes or something.
Just like, no, I don't think so. Again, what angle do you have that at so that it looks right? You know, that's tough.
That's a question.
There
You always have to shave one little part of your pubes.
Really, just put it right on the top, or you always shave your pubes except for a very, very small part, and you put Porky Pig doing it, and he's saying, "That's all, folks," and you have to continually shave it so that it always looks like he's just finishing up mowing the lawn. A lot of work, even when you're in your 80s. Like, Frank, we haven't had sex in 20 years.
Just
Why
looks
are you
like
still
a
doing that?
duck that's
Yeah.
drowning in bramble.
But I'm still out there just shaving away. One day I nick myself. Again, very old, very thin blood. It does me in. It's very sad.
Done.
But that's okay.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, real fast. Real sad stuff. Yep. But it was funny right up until that point. Great joke.
Yep.
Yeah, probably not that one.
Grandpa nicked his dick and is no longer with us.
Shaving his comical tattoo pube idea that he'd had.
The one we
his
so
whole
loved
life.
and saw frequently.
Every-
his children and grandchildren.
Every time they were at the pool, it was like half of Porky Pig's face was staring at all of us while he swam.
At least we thought it was Porky Pig. Elsewise, he drew a face on one of his testicles.
Yeah. Just a little. That'd be the weirdest part. Is just there's a little bit of it sticking up above.
Wee.
Yeah, wee. So yeah, no, probably not that one. A good idea, fantastic. I hope someone does that one day.
Oh, me too. Someone must have. I know what I would get.
What?
Do you know the cover of the Animorphs books?
Yes.
How it's like them changing into a different animal. It's like
Yes.
the 5 stages of it.
Yep.
I would get one of those, but it would be Kamala Harris turning into a gun.
Why?
I just think that'd be a rad tattoo
Yeah.
to have the next
It
time a
is
woman takes my shirt off.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
It's just that on my back.
Just get Mitch McConnell turning into a tapeworm. I'm just like, okay. It's a whole political series.
Both of you not to say turtle for him.
I mean, that'd be amazing.
Can you imagine?
That's much better.
The is it
It's
Kamala
just him
or
turning into
Kamala?
Yertle the turtle. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong.
Well, it's
I only ever read it.
I think it would be a conversation
I think it's
piece.
Kamala.
Kamala?
Yeah.
Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
I'm gonna go
People
out.
get very upset if you don't do it right. I'm going to call her K-Swiss. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds much better.
Vice
than
President
misinterpreting
K-Swiss.
it. Great. That's all right. We've already lost a lot of listeners, so we're fine.
Oh, my God. We're only halfway through this, Rory.
I know. People are saints for keeping through the 9/11 Scrooge McDuck theory, I tell you. We can go back to that if you want.
Stick and move is not just a thing we say on the show. It's not just a catchphrase.
It's a way of life.
It's a maneuver, and if you listen to the show long enough, you know.
Yeah.
You know. We don't like to linger.
We don't want to stay on one topic for too long.
That's very true.
So I shut my toe in the door the other day. Just thought, oh boy, it hurts. Does this look infected? Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I shut my finger in the truck door.
Really?
Yeah. It's getting better now, but
Oh man, I did that to somebody once when we were children, where I was in the middle seat and they were getting out, so I shut their door for them, and their hand was right there, and the doors had child locks on them, so it just stayed shut, and he couldn't open it.
that's horrible.
It was just stuck there for a while until, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh, I just had a big whole body sympathy shudder for that.
Gotta tell you, felt pretty bad about that one.
Yeah, well, you little asshole.
Wasn't like I did it on purpose. This guy, I'm never gonna use that hand again. That's what you get. Slack. Like,
It was supposed to be a sculptor.
I just got done watching The Godfather at too young an age.
Actually, that finger is pretty yellow. I look like I fucking fingered Homer Simpson's asshole.
Why would you assume that it would be? I feel like it'd still be poo. Do people from the Simpsons universe not have brown poo?
Apu is canceled from the show.
Oh yeah,
That begs a good question. If they're yellow, what color's their poop?
brown. Everything else is normal.
Do you think so?
You don't look at Krusty Burgers aren't blue. You know, like nothing else in the universe other than the color of their skin is different for the most part, right?
Exactly, but
So their poop is brown.
like cows are regular color, and then they become burgers that are regular color. I get all that.
Yeah.
But the
It
yellow
seems like you don't.
the yellow skin is a big stick. Like, I'm sorry, I don't believe their poop would be brown. I think it might be like more of a green.
No.
Like a dark green, like a vert or something like that.
No. I'm going to go ahead and say you are, after watching extensive hours, literally every single episode of The Simpsons, you are wrong.
Has anyone taken a shit on it?
We've seen toilets.
Have you seen Fessies?
I don't think we have.
Has The Simpsons gone full turd?
Like trying to scan through literally 7 or 8 days worth of show. It's really hard to say. We've seen gross bathrooms.
If you were a real Simpsons super fan, you'd know.
I don't think we've ever seen poo on the show.
You've seen Apu.
Now who's being offensive?
Not me.
I'm pretty sure that was a little offensive.
I'm being clever. No, I didn't say Apu is a piece of shit.
But we're talking
I
about
said
shit.
the name Apu on the heels of talking about a piece of shit.
I don't know. I think the listeners at home can make up their own minds.
I think we can all agree that Hank Azaria is the real piece of shit. And you should direct your angry letters and negative energy.
All to him.
And I just give your address.
Yeah, great. Whatever. And my parents like, why is there a lot of letters of Hank Azaria? Like, why are these coming addressed here?
Rory, you got another letter bomb for Hank Azaria?
Yeah, great.
I think it's anthrax this time.
Just lots of glitter.
Welcome back, the FBI, after we said anthrax.
That's what I got to start doing is just carrying lots of glitter in my pockets, and every now and then I'm going, hooray! And just, apropos of nothing, just pegging it into the sky around me. Being, good luck getting this out, and just chucking it and running.
That's what you do to your parents. You go up to them and you affect the most positive attitude you can. You're like, I've turned everything around.
Ha ha!
I feel so much better. Ha ha!
Yeah.
And you just
Oh,
throw lots of
Rory,
glitter. But they
no,
can't. They're like,
no.
he's so happy.
No, immediately they're going to go, he's on drugs. He is on drugs. We got to... Great.
Yeah, and then they'll send you away and you can basically just have a free vacation at rehab.
Great. I often think maybe being locked up in the loony bin, they'd give me like a nice mood stabilizer. I wouldn't really like be happy or sad. Be like right in the middle. Oh, Becker's on again. Okay.
This is like purgatory.
Yeah. Maybe this is just purgatory. Maybe everything that we've experienced is just purgatory. Isn't that what Lost was talking about?
I don't know. I'm a cool guy. I didn't watch Lost. Lost was for gays.
Jesus. Apparently cool guys are very homophobic.
Oh, they're extremely, because they're very gay.
At least from our generation.
See, that's how I turned it around. Gay guys are the cool ones. Gay guys can be monsters, but gay guys are pretty cool.
You're saying so it's a projection of their own insecurity. They just haven't figured it out yet?
Correct. Although people would get mad at you for saying that because that's a trope and a stereotype.
Yes.
All bullies are repressed homosexuals.
No, I don't think that all bullies are repressed homosexuals, but I have read studies that suggested that people who are more prone to homophobia had a higher prevalence of being homosexuals themselves later in life, which kind of makes a little bit of sense, especially societally when you're younger. Like it was obviously like the kind of like, you're gay, everyone's gay but me. Like playing video games still as an adult, I can tell you, when you play competitive games, there's a lot of like kids who are young, like 10 to 13, who shouldn't be playing hyper violent video games, but do anyways. And I guess there's really no correlation between violent video games and actual like violence. So I'll get off that fucking pedestal.
Okay, woke Rory.
But the point being, no, it's just true.
Just fucking me.
And yeah, fuck you piece of shit. But there's so many of them out there where everything is fucking gay. Everything's gay. You fucking and at that point, like I forgive it because they're just spouting off swears, Because
here's the thing.
They think it's cool. And
that's
funny.
what it is. They feel like they're getting away with something. Doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Doesn't excuse it. All the caveats.
But if you're like,
but they feel like they're getting away with it.
But if you're like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and you've continued, like you never phase out of it, like, and you're hitting like in your mid 20s and everything's still fucking gay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think that you're a little bit closer to was it American Beauty, where that whole thing plays out. You're getting a little bit closer to just like, I'm really uncomfortable with it, and secretly it's because you're insecure about that kind of shit.
Yeah, you show up in the rain and kiss Kevin Spacey hard on the mouth.
And now
take the breath out of his lungs.
Now you're watching that film and you're going, I feel a lot more uncomfortable with the themes.
Oh, you mean Kevin Spacey debating whether or not it would be ethical to fuck a high school girl?
Yes, I think so. Well,
yeah, it's a little bit fucked up to watch that movie. I fucking tried specifically for that reason. I was like,
yeah, to watch it again.
How bad does the context change the movie for you? Because I used to love that movie.
Yeah. How about Baby Driver?
I only got halfway through.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Just still, you got into the part where Kevin Spacey shows up.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna let baby. I'd let baby drive up my asshole.
Okay, well, I don't remember that line, but
That's a good scene.
deleted scenes. They definitely left that one out.
He can park his car in my eager mouth.
You had to get one of the first 500 DVDs printed, or you didn't get that version.
It's highly collectible.
They got it off the. They started changing that one real quick. But yeah, like movies are with Kevin Spacey, really hard to go back and watch. Even like good or bad, like I'll go back and every now and then I see like 21. You know, I'm like, it's just tough.
Anything where he's a predator, the
Yeah.
usual suspects, a guy who made his bones being really good at lying to everybody
Yes.
and hiding who he really was.
Yeah. It just brings a lot of strange context. And don't get me wrong, it's not like Kevin Spacey wrote the movies or anything. It was like,
It just
they'll never know.
was not entirely acting, I would have to imagine.
Yeah, it was just maybe there was a reason he was so good at some of those parts.
It's the Meisner technique while he's whipping a boy. Like,
Great. Everyone think about that at home just for a second. We'll give you a moment. We'll pause.
yeah, go ahead, absorb it.
Let me get some water here.
There you go. I'll get one too. Cool guy break.
Switch that around.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough talking for an hour straight.
Yeah, you lose a lot of moisture.
I don't think people out there appreciate it, being able to just go at a nice clip. They think a lot of this is edited. It's not edited.
I assure you, people, next to no editing goes
Minimal
into
work,
this.
unless we're like say something so horribly egregious, and only then if Koch says it, because when I say it, it stays.
Well, Rory, it's just too good to pass up.
Yeah. So, yeah, very little editing done.
Yeah.
If you would have thought, wow, they're lazier than I thought they were.
It's pretty much when we slander someone, we're like, well, that should come out.
Maybe we shouldn't say names.
Yeah.
Is usually, unless it's a celebrity name, and then you can get fucked, Matthew Broderick.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, see?
Well, and I think the thing is, I don't even think you have to say allegedly. Like, he factually hit someone with his car.
He killed him. He killed somebody
In
with his car.
Ireland, right?
Yep, in Ireland, and got away with it. Well, I think he got in trouble for a little bit, but then I'm pretty sure he just took the fuck off. And obviously, you know, Ferris Bueller had his day off. That's not really a good play on words, but he got away with it. He's not in prison. I mean, he is married to Sarah Jessica Parker, right? So, I mean, he's got some.
He's been punished enough.
He's got a lot of punishment going on. Whoa! Fuck Sex in the City. You can like it if you want. I don't care. I'm not your mom.
I wouldn't recommend it.
But yeah, so we'll call Matthew Broderick out. But, you know, and Mitch, because Mitch is a celebrity.
He honestly is.
His shirts are selling like hotcakes.
He's the most popular part of this show.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been on an episode
Hey, when's Mitch getting back on? They ask me constantly. And I tell them to stop. You guys got to stop leaving signs out front of my house, okay? Somebody graffitied my car. Where's Mitch? They wrote, "Where's the beef?" on the other side, which is a very dated reference, folks. Yeah. Very dated. I don't even think kids aren't going to get that. They're going to get the Mitch reference, but they're not going to know where's the beef. Be a little bit more creative. I'd like to think that there were two of you when you did it that night, and afterwards you guys were really mad at the guy who did that one on the other side, because it really took away.
It just fucked up the whole thing.
Fucked up
Like,
the whole
come on,
motif.
man. Find your own gig.
Yeah. The penis on the back windshield, fine. It's okay.
It's on theme.
Yeah. I like that you guys really added attention to the balls, the hair. But where's the beef? Come on. What was that, 80s, early 90s?
It's been done. It's been done.
Yeah.
Where's the beef? I mean, why did you just dance the fucking
I mean, maybe kids are trying to bring it back.
23 skidoo?
Is that like a gross vagina reference now or something?
What, where's the beef?
Yeah, get it?
I always thought the beef was penis.
Oh.
Where's the beef?
I guess it could be both.
Or it could be a guy asking where he can get laid. Where's the beef?
Yeah, maybe we're being regressive about it, yeah.
Well, because there's that line in the lap
Maybe.
dance is always better when the stripper is crying by the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh.
Where he
well,
says
you got
he
some
was
cultural reference.
Parking the beef bus in Tuna Town.
Oh.
A great poet. The Virgil of his time.
I mean, anyone who hasn't heard the Bloodhound Gang, if you have delicate sensibilities, I guess would be what I'd say. Perhaps that might be one not to peruse.
Well, if you listen to this podcast, then the Bloodhound Gang is your next stop. We prepared you for it.
Yeah, if you can get through this, then you can get through some of the Bloodhound Gang. That's absolutely true. But I always like to think that, like, maybe there's somebody out there who's easily offended, and they're like, all right, see how far I can get in. And they get about 10 minutes into every episode. Oh, Jesus. And then they just bail. and they try to come back every next week. They try to get a little bit farther, and it's usually about a second or two.
We do not make it easy on newcomers. That is for sure.
No, I get that. I feel like oftentimes I'm like, I didn't get what you guys were talking about. I don't know. We don't know what that reference is. I'm like, well,
no one else has read Bartleby the Scrivener. We have no
Yeah.
idea what you're talking about.
And everyone else, oh, what a wonderful allusion to the kite runner. Oh, we're so cultured.
They tried to make a very anti-Semitic reference in poor taste, and it didn't land as usual.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 stars.
But they kept it in. Respect for that.
Yep.
Bumping this a star for self-awareness.
Yeah. If we're going to crash, we're going to crash hard. And that you can count on.
Guarantee.
Yeah. I guarantee. Which is the Chef Boyardee thing, I think, wasn't it? Or no, what was it? I guarantee.
I guarantee. I have no idea.
It was some really
Every
shitty-
French person
It's like
ever.
a commercial. Anyways, Hoozle.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, this episode's
the show.
over. I'm done.
It's short. It was a short one. We were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so.
it's hard. We're shaking a little bit of rust off, but I think doing well in spite of ourselves.
I'm like in my own different head because I'm just stressed the fuck out lately.
Well, you want me to dip into the store here and see what I've got for topics?
You think you got something crazy in there? Just, what does this say? Ants, pants,
it's not crazy.
fire station? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, here's an idea for a show, Knight Rider, but it's a pair of talking fake tits.
Okay, not.
We could do a show about talking breast implants.
So
if
it's
you want.
a woman who gets breast implants, but there's a mistake, and she becomes like the $6 million woman, and they're just housed in her boobs.
Yeah, her boobs talk to her.
So she can only hear them, or other people can hear them.
No, everyone can hear them, and they also blink. The nipples blink like underneath her shirt, like they light up.
So we're doing like a hard mock 70s or 80s style
For sure.
action like kind of show. I mean, we're going to get just canceled immediately, and every single person who works on it is never going to get work again.
The bionic boobs is a good idea, though.
But the pilot's going to be so much fun. Who do you have pegged as the main character, and what's her name? That's what I want to know.
oh boy, well, she starts off flat-chested as all hell, right?
Yeah.
And then she has an accident while she's bra shopping.
Oh, my God.
We needed to
What are
appeal
you
to the
doing?
women.
This is appealing to them?
Yes, they love cooking and shopping for bras.
Dig your hole.
I'm having fun. Are you out there listening?
Okay, so who is it?
Okay. Well, okay.
Are you doing like somebody who was already naturally chesty, and like you're doing like, what was it, Tobey Maguire, who like did all that working out for Spider-Man,
You never see his body, right?
and then they do or like the Captain America thing where they make him someone scrawny who comes through, and then he's all jacked afterwards. Are you doing that kind of thing? We put someone's face on someone and then showing who they really are, or are you just gonna go ahead and put like a huge fake large-chested bra on an otherwise small woman?
You might be pulling double duty here because I think we'll probably get an averagely breasted.
This is the worst
actress.
fucking thing we've ever done, possibly.
Maybe. But let's see how bad it can get.
Dig your hole.
So we've got like maybe a solid B cup, right? We'll have to do like tape down some CGI kind of stuff.
Agree to do this.
Someone who wants money.
It's gonna have to be someone who doesn't have a career already.
Oh my God, I know who it should be, and this will get you on board with the idea. Anna Kendrick.
Well, Anna Kendrick is fantastic in everything she does.
Yes. So imagine her. She's like mild and timid, and she's like, "Oh golly, I work at the corn dog stand at the mall." And everyone's like, "You should have more confidence in yourself." And she's like, "I can't because my breasts are so small."
No. You just write this thing as the worst pile of crap I've ever heard.
Just fails the Bechdel test from the first shot.
The first line.
It's two women being like, "We both fucked Brad."
Yeah, great.
It's just over.
Just fucking, I just can see like the worst, most offensive 70s style trailer for this. Meredith was a flat-chested boar. And you're just like, what?
Sorry, Meredith.
Until-
I'm going out with Tiffany. And it's
Till the
just,
day a freak accident gave her more than she could bargain for. And then you get one of those like kind of sounds. Anna Kendrick stars as black. Yeah.
I like, what'd you call her, Meredith?
Yeah.
Yeah, Meredith is a good name for her, actually.
I'm great at naming people. It's one of my hidden talents.
Oh, that's what we're getting at was the name. So she's Meredith, and her name should reflect her flat-chestedness. So what would you call her? Boy,
Just making something really awful and depressing.
What could it be? Meredith
Baxter.
It should be.
See,
yeah,
that's
really just hard to
believable.
hang on a person.
Oh.
Like Meredith Wiener Gobbler. It should be just like
oh my God.
something horrible.
You really are trying to just see how bad this can get.
Yeah, no, it should be embarrassing because she's a person with no self-confidence.
Meredith Flats.
But all it takes
You're
is
just like-
huge boobs to change her life.
It's like that Chappelle show.
Exactly.
That's the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to swoop back. I mean, Meredith Jugs would be an interesting
well,
way to go.
You can't. Yeah. Ironically named. All right, who plays the love interest? Because there's definitely a love interest.
Here's how we bail out the feminists, Rory. Female love interest.
Oh.
Now we're getting complicated. She's not
Yep.
into guys.
She's not into guys.
She is not even a little bit into guys.
Well, color me surprised that you took it in that other direction, because I thought we were just going to absolutely throw this thing off a cliff and that tomorrow people would be picketing.
Twists and turns, baby. Twists and turns. We haven't even gotten to who voices the boobies.
You said Patton Oswalt.
He'd be great for one, and then he's the neurotic one. Oh my God!
So it's got multiple. Her breasts have multiple personalities.
Yeah, one of them, the left one, lefty
one of them is
Patton
tactics and
Oswalt.
one is weaponry.
Yeah, you could just shoot poison gas out of them and darts and stuff.
Well, who is the other one?
Who is the other one, indeed? So Patton Oswalt is like the neurotic left breast.
Wanda Sykes.
Neat and tidy. Oh my God. Wanda Sykes would be great for the right breast. I think she's the right actress for the right breast.
No.
No, I'm sold. That was
see,
a great suggestion.
I'm telling you, I should get into casting, I think.
They're perfect off each other. Wanda Sykes and Patton Oswalt is talking boobies.
Yeah. Two great comedians. Just getting in there.
Notice the
Just
restraint I'm using in not
getting in
doing
there.
any impressions.
Yeah, well done. And you got Anna Kendrick, and who's the love interest?
Okay. Well, you've got a hot hand right now. Who would you suggest? I'll keep thinking about mine.
I don't know. That's really tough. Love interest can be oof.
It is tough now that I think about it.
Because again, we're pitching this as like a 70s, 80s style thing.
Mhm.
So I've got like this like it's gotta reflect that era. So it's got like
oh my God, it's the most popular girl in school.
yeah, exactly. It's
The
exactly.
head cheerleader, the homecoming queen.
So wait, so Anna Kendrick is in high school and getting
Yes. Wait. I forgot what the idea was for a minute.
No, she's gonna be a high school crime fighter.
It's like Buffy the Vampire
Who's a
Slayer.
I thought she was a detective. I thought she
Technically,
was
she's government property.
I thought she was supposed to be in detective. Yeah, she becomes government property. She has to handle fighting crime and getting A's in calculus.
She's also a little stupid, so she's 19 and a redshirt senior.
You gotta stop talking to her, right breast. You're giving her the answers. Sorry, Mr. Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot it was Patton Oswalt.
Left is the one that's safe to impersonate.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot who was which breast.
Well,
of
I'm here
this
to keep
high
you straight.
school girl
Series Bible.
played by Anna Kendrick.
Okay. Well, it doesn't work if you do community college. I mean, like, what are you gonna?
Really? I thought she was a detective.
I never
So-
said detective.
You said it was like Knight Rider.
He
except
wasn't a
that
detective.
He
was just a cool guy with a talking car.
He was solving crimes, I thought.
Yeah, but he didn't have any like accreditation to do so.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't know. Let's look it up. Michael Knight Rider, right? Oh, we're on such a good roll, though. I'm not
You gotta
interrupting.
be fucking kidding
I'll look
me.
when we're done with.
Someone fact check that. I've never seen Knight Rider. It's one of those gaps in my
I've only ever
knowledge.
heard it be like, Michael, there's a left turn up ahead to a brothel.
Well, we'd better go check it out.
Like, it's one of those type shows, I imagine. Okay, so who's going to play the love interest? There's two ways to take this, Rory.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, that's great.
I was like trying to think of like someone who would fit into like the blonde cheerleader style.
It's Margot Robbie and Anna Kendrick, and they're gay balls for each other.
Yep.
And
I was like that or a young Heather Graham, but like, you know.
Heather Graham. It's a lot of white women.
Yeah.
We'll have to rectify that.
70s or 80s.
Very true. We'll
I
have
hate,
to
I
rectify
hate to be
this.
regressive.
The guidance counselor at school, Heather Graham.
That's fair.
Can you imagine that?
That's fair.
Can you imagine that?
when I was a cheerleader here. And my breast started talking to me. And then there's just dead silence for a second. And she does that crazy look she can do.
She just takes a bottle of Tums and just eats them all.
Yeah, the whole thing. And we wait and we watch her eat that entire bottle of Tums.
Yep. And then she's like, where do you want to go to college?
Took 40 takes. Just
Heather Graham, very dead.
Yeah.
Damn it.
She threw up a lot after that. We had to start switching them out with Necco wafers because we didn't think of that at first.
Yeah. She will not be getting heartburn anytime soon.
I tell you that much.
She'll need a heart valve replacement.
Also, we had to pump her stomach.
Oh, boy.
And
well,
those are made of a thing. They have a higher chance of kidney stones as well. So watch out when you're eating Tums, folks.
That's true. Yep.
All that, it's calcium.
Watch the oxalates in your food. You'll get kidney stones.
Watch
they
out.
hurt like a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for them.
I'm wondering.
It'll happen one day. It's fine. I'm going to die anyways. We all die, people.
Dude.
Everything else is just suffering.
Dude, my dad, when he got kidney stones the last time, because, like, what are the things that are highest in oxalates? Peanut butter, Rainier cherries, spinach. What do you think he eats nonstop? Like,
All three of those things.
the
and
top
the
10
ugliest
most-
salad you've ever seen.
Correct. To woo my mother, he made a dish with capers and orange rinds in it, and I said, Mom, you were legally within your rights to stab him.
Yeah.
In the neck with a knife.
Capers, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
But the last time he got his kidney stone, he fucking blew up like a balloon. He just retained so much water and fluid that he looked like if you poked him with a pin, he'd explode like a water balloon.
So, kind of what he looks like regularly. No, I'm just kidding. That sucks.
It was. I'm like, see, this is. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be the guy who can't pee.
Just put me on something. I hope by the time I get kidney stones, it will be so far into the future we'll have figured out some easy thing. We're just gonna give you this thing, and it's just gonna dissipate, and you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
And like that'll be it.
For those who are listening at home, Rory has completely given up on life and the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
He is lying supine
Yeah.
on the floor.
Do you know what that means? Yeah. Well, now they know.
Look it up if you don't.
Oh, my back just is fucking killing me. So like I'm lying.
Mine
down
doesn't feel
flat.
great, but I'm not also going to lie down because
There's no space.
Crosses the line.
There's no space. You can't lie down on my floor. I forbid you.
Floor's log. Okay, so did we get all we could out of Bionic Booby show, which needs a title? The breast years of our lives, and it's like a Wonder
no.
Years type drama, but with the pneumatic boobs.
I figured you were gonna do something high because it's a high school show now. You know, like Breastmont High.
God damn it! I keep snagging the cord.
Yeah, I watched that. You're gonna break something. Watch out! You're gonna hurt yourself. Like something high. You know,
breast, boob, tit, nipple. I'm just trying to think of
Mount High.
boob words.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Yeah, the best I had was Breastmont High.
Breastmont High is a good one. That's a good name for the high school.
Yeah, not the name for the show,
The
though.
show's it's got to be on theme. It's about a high school girl, a 19-year-old high school girl who's kind of dumb and fights crime with her wisecracking
And intelligent
breasts.
and useful.
her
$6
AI
million
boobs.
man. So this is a little bit like Knight Rider, a little bit like $6 Million Man. Oh boy, they're gonna eat this up.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Saved by the Bell. It's got a lot of moving pieces to it.
Okay, well, who's our Screech then? Since you said Saved by the Bell.
Our Screech. How about we go with a racist janitor played by Kramer, Michael Richards.
Michael Richards.
Yeah,
I kind of like that. That's pretty fair.
super racist. Not like he's saying slurs. He's saying like contextual things that are way worse than slurs.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, there you go.
Except we know he won't do it because he has to be loved.
He could be the principal of the school.
I mean, yeah, but would he go for it? If not, who's what's the name of the father from Arrested Development?
Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey
but
Tambor.
He's a sex pervert.
Yeah, but Michael Richards said racist shit. Like so.
That's different.
Yeah. So I mean, again, this is if we get this show made, then we've got worse problems than casting Jeffrey Tambor as our principal.
Okay, fair point. Jeffrey Tambor's the principal.
I'm just talking in terms of like his like demeanor,
Um,
his acting style, which is why if Michael Richards won't be the janitor, I mean, actually no, he's the janitor, and his other janitor friend is Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, there you go.
because now it's getting creepy.
Kevin Spacey's the gym teacher.
If we're making a fucked up show that's already this inappropriate, we're just gonna fill it full of Danny Masterson is one of the PE teachers.
God. Actually, just cast him as Stephen Hyde, and he's the woodshop teacher. He's like, I amounted to nothing. I was a cool guy. I was a cool guy. See how it turned out for me.
Today we're gonna make birdhouses again. Shut up.
Just hammer pieces of wood together for an hour. I don't fucking know.
And you just for some reason get Ashton Kutcher in as a cameo, and he's in the, at playing that same role from that '70s show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just always
It's just
in there.
an obese cop now.
It just allows him to get attacked by Hyde
With a drill.
with a drill.
With a big drill.
I haven't seen Ashton Kutcher do much these days.
He's doing
Kutcher.
a completely insufferable Cheetos commercial with, guess the other two people.
That's tough. An insufferable Cheetos commercial.
It's got Ashton Kutcher and two other people.
Give me a hint.
He's married to one of them,
Mila Kunis.
and the other one is Shaggy. And the whole thing is, babe, did you eat my Cheetos? She goes, wasn't me. Wasn't me. But I saw you eating Cheetos. Wasn't me. But you ate them in the sofa.
Stop.
Wasn't me.
Stop it.
Even had some in the shower.
Stop it.
Wasn't
Please.
me. You also eat them at midnight.
I can't.
And then Shaggy shows up and he's like, wasn't me. Wink. And
And then it ends.
that was for white cheddar Cheetos.
And then I put a nail in my head
Mhm.
to effectively lobotomize myself.
Correct.
So I don't have to deal with anything anymore.
Yep.
Oh my God, that'd be so easy.
You just take a roofing nail
Ding,
and you
ding,
put
ding.
it, that little crusty wink in your eye.
Yeah.
And you just tap.
Yep. Just
Feeling
give it a
no
nice little
pain.
hit, and then I'm good.
Feeling no pain.
You
Your
make a lot of
Claritin
sense.
clear. I know.
I'm gonna go study a picture of the brain and just see which one of these ain't gonna affect how I play video games.
Do you think the Wright brothers studied aerodynamics before they flew?
Ooh, good point.
Just start driving nails in, you see what happens.
Rory, that's your eye. Ah, wasn't me. Just-
Take me to a veterinarian
Oh.
for care.
oh God, why is that what I remember? Yeah.
That's all you can say. You're like Hodor. We're like, Rory, what do you think of the current geopolitical climate in Italy?
Wami.
Wasn't me.
Wami. Because it all runs together.
Very good, Rory.
Wami.
I just think in the current geopolitical climate that everyone in Europe should have a seat at the table. Except those fucking eye ties. I hate them Italian bastards.
I hold a special place in my heart for that movie, Euro Trip.
That movie's funny as fuck, dude. I'll die on that hill anytime.
Yeah. Like for being like very much in the vein of like the quote boner comedies, you know what I mean? Like it has really good writing. It's really well done.
It's incredibly well cast. It's funny as shit. Like the fact,
Despite the fact that it's all about him running to a girl.
sure, he's not great. Go Mika. He's like a David Schwimmer asshole. He's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Like a not Jason Schwartzman, like from American Pie.
Jason Biggs.
Jason Biggs, thank you.
Yeah, he sucks.
He was in he reminds me of like Michael Cera when he was doing his films because he had that big thing. He's in Superbad and then he does like Nick and Nora's Ultimate Playlist and all this other fucking like kind of.
Which I liked a lot more the first time I saw it than any other time I watched it.
Yeah. But like those he like did that like indie, like Youth in Revolt and all like those things. Like Jason Biggs' career kind of reminded me of that a little bit. In that he did like the American Pies, but then he also did like all these other kind of like schmarmy indie.
But everything he did was
romantic
like
comedies.
Like Pecker, where he like, I don't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a movie he's in. Or no, Pecker might be. Jason Biggs is in Loser. Pecker is a John Waters movie about a photographer.
There you go.
I almost besmirched Pecker. I'm sorry.
Pecker? Yeah.
Pecker?
For some reason, that's all I remember is the trailer.
But he was in Loser.
Yes.
He was in.
Loser's when he's in like the veterinarian thing, right? Is that Loser? It's him and the other girl from the American Pie as the love interest.
Mina Suvari.
Yes.
Big forehead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Loser. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know who Jason Biggs does remind me of because of that is that guy DJ Qualls. Remember the movie The New Guy?
Yes.
The skinny fuck, and he was also in Road Trip.
Yes.
That guy, same thing as
100%.
Jason Biggs.
Yeah. Does the big thing. He's in a couple other small things. And actually, like, I appreciate him because you see him around in other roles. Like, you don't see Jason Biggs and shit. Like,
He was in Blade 2, wasn't he? DJ Qualls? Or something like it.
I don't know. I just remember seeing him in Breaking Bad, and like I see him in like little roles here and there, you know. And I go, he's still working. Good for him.
Yeah.
He's still out there doing it. He didn't like just take the fact that he made a couple mil and was like, I'm done, and fucking walked away. He was like, this is what I like to do, and he kept doing it.
It's like Matthew
It's always
Lillard,
nice to see.
the guy that played Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo. He did the 3rd season of Twin Peaks, and he was fucking amazing.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he gave an awesome performance in that.
Right on. I like seeing that kind of stuff. Again, don't get me wrong. I also like seeing it when it's like very high-level AAA celebrities who kind of suck, make their millions, and then fuck off. Like, you know what? Like, everybody really likes Angelina Jolie. I'm fine not seeing her in shit anymore.
I'm done with Angelina Jolie. Like, why would you go that route if you have a perfectly good Catherine Zeta-Jones who is in next to nothing, and I don't understand how, because she's so hot she shouldn't be able to breathe the oxygen that everyone else does.
Such a delight.
I mean,
such a delight, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
she is.
Yeah. The last thing I know she's been in other stuff since. I just liked her in it was her in Zorro, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I really like that movie. And what else? She did that movie that was it was about the guy who was filming the movie but doing it like Hearts of Darkness, where it was really about him filming behind the scenes.
Was it America's Sweethearts?
Maybe. Where they're all just insufferable
Billy
bastards.
Crystal, John Cusack.
Yeah, they're all just a bunch of insufferable shits. And
Kate
Catherine
Hudson?
Zeta-Jones is an asshole, and the guy ends up falling in love with her sister, which I think is played by Jennifer Aniston. I could be wrong.
Could be Jennifer Aniston, or who's the other one I was thinking of? I said Kate Hudson, but that's not correct. Might be Julia Roberts
Maybe it was Julia Roberts.
in American Sweethearts.
Yeah, maybe it was Julia
All right,
Roberts.
this one we got to look
This is gonna
up.
bug the shit out of me.
Yeah, this is like, I don't care about Knight Rider as much as I care about
no,
this.
it's fine. And we're over. We're at an hour 4 minutes ish here. Oh no, actually we might not be, because we had to cut some
we got to clip the
bullshit
beginning.
for the beginning when we just sat and rambled.
Rory's
and checked
cathartic
levels.
rant.
I got real sad, but yeah, we're about at an hour. We're actually doing pretty good though. So yeah, why don't you just go ahead and look that up, and then we'll just fuck off.
America's Sweethearts.
Everybody who wants to know who the cast of America's Sweethearts is, you stick around. 'Cause
Okay.
This is obviously really important stuff.
I'm saying John Cusack, Billy Crystal, Julia Roberts, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Are you saying anybody? Or you just want to roll?
That sounds right.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, no, none of those people.
Wouldn't you know who won the pony, Rory?
Yep, there she be. It was Julia Roberts. Yep. Julia Rob Hurts.
Yeah, talk about another real classy lady who doesn't do enough stuff.
I heard she is very difficult to work with.
They called her Tinker Hell on the set of Hook.
Yeah, and that bums me out. You want to like see like things that you treasured as a kid. Like, don't get me wrong, I get Hook is like not the most amazing piece of cinema. It's no Citizen Kane. I fucking really enjoyed that film though, and it really bums you out when you're like, oh man, can you imagine being on that set and like being a part of that movie?
I think about one person in particular, and that's Robin Williams.
Yeah.
You're a guy with that much talent and those many demons, and you've got someone acting like a bitch, and you're like, we have the best job in the world.
Yes.
We have no reason to act like this. Like, this is so soul-crushing.
Can you imagine showing up to that set, at that practical set that they used for Hook? Big old pirate ship and all these like lagoons and all this. That's where you get to act for the next however long it takes. And you're just an insufferable piece of
Your
crap.
whole day is having fun digging into your craft.
Yeah.
If you don't really love it and it's just a paycheck,
Then it's exhausting.
Then
Sure.
it sucks for you.
Yeah.
Sure. But if
But
you're where
wow.
you want to be, it doesn't feel like work. You
Yeah.
prick.
It just bums me
You
out.
beautiful prick.
Yeah. I'd love that. Also, really, it's one of those sad things where like you never get to meet. Like, I feel like meeting Robin Williams would probably be a bit much and a bit overwhelming.
I don't know, man. He might have been very circumspect. I'm like, oh, hello, Rory. Nice to meet you.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Sorry about the verbal tick. I can't get rid of it at this point. Uh-huh.
Oh. I just, yeah, you never know.
Would
It's
you
one
like
of
some
those
peanut
things.
butter Oreos? Uh-huh.
They say don't meet your heroes. You know, I grew up for years like revering the work of Jim Carrey, and I'm like, I never want to meet him.
Nah,
Never
not
want to
really.
meet that guy, because I feel like it'll just ruin it for me. Because you hear difficult things about him too, and again, he was a method actor, so he showed up like Daniel Day-Lewis showed up and just stayed in character. And I can imagine that on certain sets that was probably pretty fucking difficult.
Specifically Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
Because you're playing, he decided to go method on a guy whose whole thing was always living the gimmick in method.
Yes.
So he was just going to like disrupt filming if it made sense for the bit, because it's what Andy would do. And in a fucked up, stupid art school hipster way, I respect that.
Sort of, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I respect the commitment, but I can understand how if the rest of the actors have a different process, how
Yeah.
that can fuck their process up at the sake of his. And don't get me wrong, he's the fucking star. You know what I mean? But there's also a certain level of consideration that I hope before he did it, he considered.
Yeah, and
That's it.
we're working on the studio's dime and the studio's time, and I don't give a shit about the suits, but like everyone else will be penalized if you fuck this up for them.
Yes.
Like you have nothing to lose, they do. So
know your moments.
keep it within the bounds of good taste, James.
Yeah, that's what I would think about.
No
that too.
eating a dog's asshole in front of
Well,
Heather Locklear.
The joke was that what did he do? He went to, what was it, the Playboy Mansion. They had like a big party there. Everyone thought Jim Carrey was going to go.
Yes, that was it. Yep, Playboy.
And he dressed up as Andy Kaufman's what's it called?
Tony Clifton.
He's dressed up as Tony Clifton. Or did he send the actual Tony Clifton there? I can't remember.
I think he sent.
He sent Tony Clifton there, and then I think he went as Tony Clifton as well. He did something like that, but he didn't show up as himself. And they were expecting Jim Carrey to show up. And he fucked with everybody. It was something weird like that.
I want to say that.
I could have sworn that he sent the real Tony Clifton in.
And everyone's like, this is a bit.
Bob
Jim's
Zamuda,
Jim's doing a bit.
And that's actually Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And so they sent Bob Zamuda in.
I think you're right.
Who played Tony Clifton.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And they just fucked with everybody all night.
It's a really good documentary.
Yeah.
Andy,
it's a weird one.
And Jim and Andy?
Jim and Andy.
Yeah. It's very good.
Yeah.
Often depressing, often inspiring.
Yep.
Thank you, Netflix. The check better be in the fucking mail.
Mm-hmm.
Pricks. I guess we could be done.
Yeah, all right.
Probably hit the threshold.
Pretty good week back after a nice long hiatus. I'm sure people loved that long ramble where we were just like, what's the thing with Jim and Andy? Yeah.
Jim and,
I'm sure that's great. Maybe people like that. I think they like the other stuff, but
let's be honest. People put this on so their dogs have company while they're out living their post-COVID lives.
Yeah.
The
post-COVID lives.
Kafifi, fuck.
You were so close.
Fuck.
We almost got to the end. Well, no, and it's good. I realize we're like a big podcast for commutes and stuff, and I respect that. I like that. We get listened to over the course of several days because we're good in small doses, but
at the end of the road, turn right.
Yeah.
And so Kuzman just drives in the side of a barn.
Yeah, no.
So convincing.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I start doing GPS as Worf. Sir. Left turn up ahead. Do not use indicators. Challenge oncoming traffic.
Should be amazing. Someone needs to give us the ability to do that.
Maybe that'd be a good skit.
Yep.
Custom car horns and custom GPS voices. You just get a car horn that sounds like phasers. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. I just got a feeling. You imagine like the car crashes that would cause. Maybe there's a reason. Like, we've decided it was illegal to have these horns. Well, they can still buy this from me though. I'm not selling illegal horns. I'm selling modifications to illegal horns. If they want to install them themselves, it's their decision. Thank you, panel of people suing me.
And remember, if you hate this, you guys are the ones that keep propping up capitalism. My problems are your problems.
Yeah.
And then you take a huge piss right on the stage.
I just turn and look at them and drop my pants and just a little poo. Like I made sure I had just the right amount of fiber so that it wasn't like a hard poo hitting the ground.
It's pasty.
But it was also solid enough where, when it hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the consistency of a dog poop.
Yes.
Hot, bakery fresh.
Yeah.
No trouble coming out.
A little cold in that courtroom that day. But if you looked quick enough, you might have seen a little steam come off it.
You've been doing some anal kegels to, pinch off the appropriate amount. You're not looking to make a huge mess. You're looking to make a statement.
Yes.
And the judge stands up and goes, "That man stands for something."
Yeah. I just look at him and go, "Your Honor, I'm going to go finish this off in the bathroom." And everyone in the crowd, "Woo! And
USA! USA!
Yep. As I walk out of the place like a fucking hero.
I can't think of a better way to end than that. Let's dump
Credits.
out. You got anything you want to plug?
Nope.
Okay, neither do I. So welcome back, you dummy fucks. Thank you. Go fuck yourselves. And goodbye.